What's up everybody, welcome back, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. So last night I finished out my haymaker and also just managed to finish out my grenade launcher. I just shot a bunch of scatter mines and that worked. I think also shooting decoy grenades worked as well, so I guess the shooting lethal equipment part about it isn't exactly true. I guess you can kind of just shoot a few things and it'll work. So it's not strictly like claymores or proximity mines or anything, but it will work on scatter mines, I can guarantee you that. And I'm currently working on the riveter. This shotgun is something else, man. I will say it is definitely something else. And also, they finally brought back Shipment. Only problem, they coupled it with Rust. I honestly have no real problem with Rust, I just don't want to play it for grinding unless I'm doing like long shots or something, but I guess I don't really have a choice. But I'll be voting for Shipment every time it comes up. And by the way, if you do happen to enjoy today's video and you do want to see more, consider hitting the like button and subscribing, and also hitting the bell icon so that I can get notified whenever I post new videos. Now I'm gonna be honest, I forgot how the base Shipment looked until now, and it is like at least 5 times darker than the Shipment, or the Christmas Shipment. I honestly don't understand why they kept the exact same Shipment map for this game, and I can honestly agree with like a brighter daytime version of Shipment rather than this very depressing, dark, rainy version. The Christmas Shipment at least brought some life to this map. Meanwhile, this just feels super off. Man, though, I keep looking at how many guns I have left, and I am so close, man. Like, I am this close to, you can't see it, but like, there's a small gap between my fingers. I am this close to finishing the grind. I just have this shotgun, then I need to get all my shotguns forged, and then I move on to the LMGs and then marksman rifles, and then that's it. Then I have to do all the priceless camo challenges, and then I unlock Interstellar. And then I go for Borealis, which might be fun, I don't know, because I'll have all my weapons leveled up by then, so I probably won't have as much trouble as someone who's trying to level all their weapons up in zombies. Or I say probably, I definitely won't have as much trouble. Speaking of zombies, man, I really hope in the next Treyarch game they actually do zombies correctly and not whatever this is, because this is just terrible. Zombies, I feel like it's just not meant to be open world. I guess you could say it's open world, right? Considering how big the map is, and you're on there with only like a few players. And that's another problem. You're basically forced to play with people, and if enough people aren't online, you don't even get loaded into a server or a lobby, and that is annoying. I think part of the reason why I liked Cold War so much is because the zombies was actually good. Like, it's kept the same format that Black Ops has for zombies, and I genuinely wish Sledgehammer would have, you know, taken that and put it into this game, and they just didn't. Like, they did it with Vanguard, albeit it was terrible. At least it stayed to the linear version of zombies. I just don't understand why they're trying to push this, like, I don't exactly know how to put it, but like live gameplay, I guess, where like if you die, you lose your stuff, basically. Basically like Tarkov. Whatever style game that is, that's basically what I'm talking about. I don't know why they're trying to make it a thing with these game modes, but it definitely ain't fun, I'll tell you that. I didn't fully talk about my zombies experience, but what ended up happening was I took one of the guns I had in my armory and just kind of went out there and hoped for the best, right? And I kill a few zombies in like the level 1 zone, and it was really easy. I was like, okay, bet. I move up to the level 2 zone, and you know, I see this little fort, and turns out this is like a boss area, and you know, I was like, all right, bet. I'll just tactically sneak in. I got shot a lot by a helicopter. I think the guy's name was quite literally Fort, but, you know, I tried doing that whole thing and that just didn't work. So, you know, I ran away from the chopper. It eventually went away. And then I tried sneaking in again. Guess what happened? I got shot by the chopper multiple times again. And then, you know, all my armor's cracked already, and then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna run away. And so I did, and, well, I ran into a group of zombies, and I thought I could take them on, but apparently the level 2 zone is too much for a ground loot pistol and, like, a shotgun from my inventory. So, yeah, that was odd. It was a very terrible experience. I also left that match. I didn't bother trying to get revived. But yeah, hopefully Treyarch can pull everything together and give us a good zombies mode, because I'm gonna be honest, zombies has been on the downfall since Cold War. Which, you know, that's 2 games, Vanguard and this. since we don't count Modern Warfare 2, because that just had a survivor mode. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I missed Shipment. Not because of the grind, but genuinely because I missed the smaller map. What I didn't miss was the people running around with shields on their backs. And that made me realize how glad I am Sledgehammer didn't add a shield. Because in Vanguard they added a shield, but in this game they didn't. Which I'm honestly thankful for, because I can't imagine how many people will be running around with that new shield on their back. This shotgun is something else, man. I'm gonna be real. I am looking forward to the LMGs more than I'm looking forward to the marksman rifles. I hate tap-fire guns, I'm gonna be honest. Marksman rifles have never really been my strong suit. I don't really like them. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna require a decent bit of leveling to get to max, so yeah, that's not gonna be fun. Though the LMGs don't seem too bad. I'm gonna have to look at the challenges again, but I feel like people are hyping them up to be harder than they actually are. Like, yeah, sure, I gotta do penetration kills, but on Shipment, I'll just go camp in the crate over here and just shoot through it. And then I guess also the challenge, like, get like 3 kills without releasing the trigger. Again, on Shipment, that's not going to be very difficult. I forgot to talk about this in the other video, but we actually got another weekly update kind of thing. So there's this new after part for the AMR SMG. It's basically a double barrel SMG, and after completing 5 challenges, you would get it. Now, problem is you guys remember that aftermarket part for the tier, the one that basically makes it into a marksman rifle? Yeah, well, that is currently broken. And unfortunately, I guess Sledgehammer hasn't gotten it all together yet, and the SMG aftermarket part is also broken. It's funny how I went into this video not knowing what to talk about at all and have been able to talk for at least 8 minutes, hopefully. Speaking of talking, I definitely could have went over that Warzone section of the blog post. I really should have, looking back on it now, but I didn't. The video was still longer than my other videos, but only by like 3 minutes. I was hoping for a 20-minute video. Usually I don't hope for that stuff, but I did that time, and it didn't happen. Now, if all goes to plan, then I should be able to finish the grind next week. Maybe this week. We'll see. But I should have this shotgun done today, along with probably like 1 or 2 LMGs. 57 and 54, still in positive. I don't lose. We just lost, but you get the point. Alright, let's check out these LMG challenges really quickly. There's no way they're as hard as people are hyping them up to be. I mean, level-wise, actually, no, it's not even that bad. 20, 20, 22, 29, and 28. It's not terrible. What are we looking at for challenges? 50 kills, okay, easy. 10 penetration kills, pretty easy, just shoot through a wall.
For real?
Why do I always have to go and mute somebody? 10 kills with full attachments, that's really easy. 10 double kills, that's also really easy. 2 kills without releasing the trigger, that's really easy. 25 kills using a magnification scope, that's easy, just mount up or get behind a wall, and since the magnification scope, you can literally use anything from a 1x to a 20x, so that's not that bad. And then 5 kills with 1 magazine. Ah, I see. So the gold challenge along with all the base challenges are all the same for every LMG. I'm gonna be honest, that seems super easy. Now when it comes to the platinum challenge and the priceless challenge, they're different for every single gun. So maybe there's a specific LMG you guys are talking about. You know, I could see why people would say 5 kills with 1 magazine on an LMG is tough, but if you just hold down that trigger and go around corners on Shipment, it's not that bad. If I can get 5 kills without dying with a knife, I could probably do it with an LMG. But I'm gonna be honest, just from looking at the challenges, I feel like the LMGs are being hyped up to be harder than they actually are. But then again, it can also be like user preference and their experience with the guns. Like maybe it isn't as easy for some of you to get certain challenges done with LMGs. For me, it's probably gonna be decently difficult, but it probably won't be that hard. It's funny though, every time I talk about me being almost done, I remember that I still have to do priceless challenges. And those are gonna take me a bit of time. They're definitely not all gonna get done in one day, that's for sure. But I'm probably gonna go by category again, except this time I'm not gonna go from the assault rifles to the snipers or SMGs. It's gonna go in order of category. You know, I kinda wanna get real for a moment. So, you guys remember how I mentioned that the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, is kind of weird in the way it works? Well, it's doing it again. It's being strange. Recently, I've noticed my videos have had a lot less impressions than they usually would have. And for those of you that don't know what an impression is, it's when YouTube shows your video on someone's like For You page or recommended page. And normally, these videos would have at least 1,000 impressions. So at least over 1,000 people have seen my video, or at least the thumbnail. And the most recent videos have been under 1,000, like significantly under 1,000. And I believe that the reason for that is because the YouTube algorithm isn't actually pushing out my videos, which is strange, considering 2 videos I posted last week actually did extremely well, getting like 1,000 views and a good number of likes. So it isn't exactly adding up that those videos got as many views as they did, and videos after that just weren't doing as well. Now, I'll admit, like 2 videos after those 1K view videos did have a decent number of impressions, and at that point it just comes down to people just not watching my video. But again, the most recent videos, like possibly the last 3 or 4, have had so few impressions that I'm not even sure if the algorithm is actually even trying to push out my videos. And you start to notice it very quickly as well. Like if your videos were doing well, and then all of a sudden there's just this drop, like with my 1K videos back down to like 20 views or 40 views or 50 views, it definitely becomes noticeable. So a video's success rate is shown through a 1 to 10 or 1 through 10 like rating scale. If your video does a 1 out of 10, it means it was your best video posted in like the last 28 days. However, if it performs a 10 out of 10, then it was the worst video you posted within that last 28 days or within that week, we could say. And most of my recent videos have been performing like 6, 7, or 8 out of 10, which is extremely unfortunate because, you know, obviously coming off of that good bit of success that I got, it does kind of suck. However, I will say I'm still gaining subs, so to those of you that do subscribe and like the videos and still just like watch them, I cannot thank you guys enough for actually doing that. And just supporting the video or this channel in any way you can is just amazing. So again, thank you all for your support on the previous videos to come, this video. Just thank you for all of it. And who knows, maybe the algorithm's just being weird right now and it'll go back to normal later, but I don't know, we'll find out. Alright, I'm gonna call it there for this video. Again, just need to get a daily video out. Gonna keep posting for every day from here on forth. I mean, I've been doing it for almost 2 weeks now, so yeah. Anyways, if you have enjoyed today's video and you do want to see more, then hit that like button, subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so that I can get notified whenever I post new videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. I gotta go. Stay cool. Peace out, people.